Hello and welcome to another update video on Doge. A lot of you guys have asked for a Doge update, I guess because it is a big day for Doge, right? First of all, prices are going up. We're currently just sitting at a breakout point there at around 28 cents. Yeah, you see that, these previous swing highs here. So we're holding there, 28 to 30 cents. And then it's obviously launch day, yeah, for the world's first Dogecoin ETF. You can read a little bit about that on our news page on X, but basically it started trading today on the CBOE, which is one of the largest options exchanges in the world, Chicago. But obviously they don't only do options anymore. There's a lot of other stuff there as well. But yeah, it's the first ever Dogecoin ETF. It has begun trading today, so I think it's worth appreciating that. Whether you find that a good thing or not a good thing is, that's, the opinions are divided, I guess. And it's just that I think what it shows us is obviously the SEC's new pro crypto stance, yeah, which is different to what it used to be under Gary Gensler. So feel free to check it out. Feel free to follow us there as well under MCO News on X. Today we want to take a look at the chart here, the daily chart first, and there is still scope for further upside. That is in line with what we talked about before. This gives you here the bigger picture. We're also going to take a look at the shorter time frame, and well, what you can see is that we're probably working on this C wave to the upside. I mean, that's what we've been watching over the last few months, right? A wave up, only a 3-wave move. Not great. Not a great start to an uptrend, but we know that not XRP, sorry. not XRP, Dogecoin. That Dogecoin, sorry, I was at the dentist just now. I'm still dizzy. So Dogecoin moved up, in 3 waves. Not a great start to an uptrend, but we know that Dogecoin often moves in 3 waves. So we have an A wave up, a B wave down, and then this here would likely be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The C wave should turn into a 5-wave move. That's what we're tracking. So we are currently tracking on the smaller time frame this 3rd wave, which in itself could turn into an A, B, C structure. That's not very clear. It already is unfolding as an ABC structure, but what is not very clear is whether we get another, like ABC in A, then we get a B and a C. So that's sometimes XRP just, again, Dogecoin, just keeps going, right? And it just rallies straight away. So again, don't rely on pullbacks if they show there can be opportunities. We only had a pullback end of August, early September, bottomed there around 20. Don't worry, that's the garden door. 20 and a half. What's going on today? 20 and a half cents was the low. And so let's take a look at the short-term chart for Doge. And here you can see it. The price bottomed here. That was a support area. I've removed it from the chart. We don't need it anymore. But the price bottomed where it needed to in this B-wave pullback. Here around the 78.6 retracement. What is important in any pullback like a B-wave, we don't want the price to break below the 50% and below the 78.6 fib level. We don't want that. And that's around 20 cents. So from here, the price recovered, held our support. That's important. And now we're watching if we can complete this A wave. Again, that's the A wave of a larger 3rd wave. But I mentioned that many, many times in the videos. Sometimes this C wave on Doge extends. Yeah, it just keeps going. That's what happens very often with meme coins, especially if there's a lot of hype going on. But we've learned, especially in this cycle, that the structures are very fragile. So especially this cycle is very prone to setbacks, pullbacks, especially if movements are in corrective structures, which essentially this ABC structure is. So I think it's worth being prepared for a B-wave pullback and then continuation. What it means, let's say, translated into simple words, is in the short term, one more high is likely here in wave 5 of C of A. But I would not, I wouldn't, let's say, bet on a pullback. For a pullback signal, we need a 5-wave move down and a break below a micro support area. For now, I think it can make sense to watch for a potential 5th wave up, which could then, in a C wave, take the price to 31 to 33.4 cents. And then if we see any weakness there, that might signal the beginning of the next pullback. But we don't need to get ahead of ourselves. Once it shows, we will adjust and add the relevant support levels here. Yeah. For now, momentum seems to be up and the price seems to be grinding higher in this fifth wave to another higher high. So that's the update on Doge. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, yeah, feel free to follow us on X and also check out our membership. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.